curate Marina blog. And then recently I went to see some friends. Yes, the Turkey generally, it's been 400 years under the, we've been under 400 years under Turkish Ottoman. So my grandmother cooked the Turkish food. She even speak the Turkish. So the spices are the same. Jezva to make coffee is the same. Lots of stuff. So I always
That's
feel
amazing.
like a very homey there.
That's great. So yesterday I sent you the videos. Your avatar was in a very large scale screen projected here in the gala of the Tersane Istanbul Contemporary Gala. And everyone was really amazed. And we would love to know more. My first question to you is, why did this avatar project spark your interest? Why did you decide to take on this project?
To me, I'm always interested in everything new. I'm like a kid. I wake up in the morning and I'm curious about life. I'm curious about, where our humanity goes. I'm interested about technology. I'm interested about, what the kids like to do or they don't like to do, and how to connect really with the spirit of time. And Avatar is such an interesting new media. So when I was by TAEX, company approach, and you too, if I will make new Avatar, I say yes. I definitely wanted to have this experience, and I started really from zero knowledge, and now we are in the middle of this all the issue of really doing Avatar, launching Avatar, and making some sense out of this context.
Yes. So I believe in serendipity, and I met a wonderful person yesterday for the first time. Jennifer Stockman is sat here on the right of me. She says hi. I don't know if you can see it in the public video. And I would like to make a little connection with the project that we're doing with the avatar, because Jennifer has kindly informed me yesterday that she actually owns the portrait with a scorpion, which was a homage by Jutta Frida Kahlo, portrait with a monkey. So can you explain to us, why is the scorpion part of the avatar project, and how do they connect? Like, what were you trying to say with that message?
Wait. We have to jump immediately into the future. We have to go a little bit back, I think. First of all, to me, it was really interesting when you get this idea about Avatar, what I should do in this Avatar, because I was looking lots of, the different the things that have been done already, and mostly it's very much based on video games and with the lots of colors and very fast movements and so on. And I was thinking how I can include some of my experience as an artist, and I can do it. And the Scorpio, first of all, and it was never live performs. Scorpio is literally the photographic work. I went to Thailand. I found the Scorpio is as big as a half of my face, and I placed, that Scorpio on my head. I mean, if I had life, it could be dead because it was enormous. And I made this photographic work. And I made the two photographic works, one with eyes closed and one with eyes open. And this was a long time ago. And I'm really happy that Jennifer loved this work and it's a whole collection. But then when you approached me with the idea to avatars, I was thinking how I can make stuff that I actually could not do in real life. In real life, I could not levitate. In real life, I could not walk on the fire. In real life, I could not fly. In real life, I could not have the live Scorpio on my face. So this was really the way of my thinking. So by putting the Scorpio and actually animating and moving on my face, this was really interesting adventure for me. This is why this avatar actually is doing that and completely become live. I was very excited of doing it. So it's a very new version of this idea of Scorpio, portrait with Scorpio on the artist's face.
That's very interesting. So from, first when we met and then going into New York, into the photogrammetry studio, sculpting the avatar, deciding all its attributes, of course came the question of age. What age do you want the avatar to be? And I was very pleasantly surprised by your answer. It had to be 60 years old. Could you share why you chose that age?
My career right now is going close to 60 years of, doing art and performances. And I really, looking back to my childhood and my early beginnings, I never ever wanted to go back when I was in my 20s, 30s, 40s. I never want to go back to this era. Not because I was not strong enough, I was not really the kind of focus and dedicated to performance art. It's not because of that, because I suffer emotionally to so many totally uninteresting things in real life. And I really think when you get old, there's something to do with the wisdom. You get the wisdom of all age that you can't get it when you're young. And that wisdom you only actually get it by living life. And this is why when you ask me which age avatar I have, I will never want to have 20 great, gorgeous looking avatar. I want to have 60 avatar. I want to avatar who maybe have pain in his bones and wake up in the morning, there's a little, limping because the knee is not perfect. I want that kind of avatar. I want avatar with the wisdom who can actually teach something.
That's a very strong answer. So, what did you feel and when you first saw the avatar completed? When we were in London at the pre-events in the MoCo Museum, and he was standing behind you, rotating, and you were there. How do you see your relationship with the avatar? Is it like really a digital twin? Is it like you are the curator and this is like someone that is taking on performances for you? What is the relationship you feel with the avatar?
But not just Avatar, also done something with the virtual reality, which I didn't like. I done something with mixed reality, who become very interesting. And Avatar, it's really interesting when one day you're not there, and we all face this mortality. And that we have to face that, that I can't perform forever, and I also can't be there forever because life have limits. So I really like that this avatar have a second life that actually beyond me. So to me, this avatar will have even much more value when actually not there, because you have to have something that still is moving, performing, and still have my ideas inside this avatar. So to me, it was really incredible, interesting to see that. And of course, I was a little bit shocked and a little bit uneasy because it's like it's still not me. This I know very well, but at the same time, there is a lot of wisdom in this avatar that I can actually learn from.
And so I remember from our previous conversations and also from the speech that you gave in London that you want to bring a sort of stillness, evoke a stillness within people to slow down. What do you exactly mean by that? Could you explain that to our audience here?
So first, to just go back a little bit about my audience generally, it's really I'm kind of presenting some kind of phenomena because my generation are not my audience. My audience is half age of me and much younger. I have the kids that are 14 years old, and they come to me with the tears in their eyes and say, "You changed my life." How I can change a kid life? He's only 14. But doesn't matter. There's something that also the kids 18, 19, 20, they bring their parents to see my show. This would happen in Royal Academy. It happened in Museum of Modern Art and every other places. They are actually my audience. They are the ones who really react on my work. They react on the kind of something that work is about truth. It's about really direct contact with the audience. It's about enormous amount of emotions and so on. So they feel that. And then, when I also see what these young kids like, they're very addicted to technology. But technology today is so dangerous because these kids alienate themselves from the real life. You see so often the two kids, the boy and the girl, or just sitting in a table and texting each other messages and just don't involve themselves in a normal conversation. Or they're afraid to fall in love, they're afraid of emotions, and everything is about technology. So the idea, and everything is about fast. The concentration is like less than advertising Coca-Cola. 30 seconds, 50 seconds, they zip from one program to another. They never look anything forever, never anything to end. They don't read the book. All information is fast through the Google, TikTok, on any other, social media. So by using the device, which is technology, and show them something which is completely different, show him actually slow motion, show him that everything can actually go in different direction. To they are My idea is using their technology, but actually giving the feeling of presence, being in the moment, in time and space. And that's really hoping that's going to work. So they go there to see my show. They like my work. They Google me, and then they go to Avatar, and there they can learn something through their own media technology.
There's definitely a learning aspect in the project that we've created, because now we are in the first chapter, which is the collection art, where we actually look at the photography or the performances that you've created in the past. Is about your art. So the octopus is a real photograph with that octopus, the snakes, and you just had the chance here to, go further, to go beyond the physical limitations. And then the next one will be Marina Abramović method, and then the last one will be life. And for the method, what is the message there? How do you see that chapter evolving, which will be launched in November?
I really like to young kids to attract to performance, but actually my biggest focus is method. Abramovich method, I went for a long, long time ago, already in 70s, I understood that I could never make my performances without actually doing certain exercises, physical and mental, because I would lose focus and I could not do it. My performance in Artist is Present, which is extremely physical demanding. This performance I only can do when I was 65 years old, not before. Not because I was not strong enough, but because I didn't have focus and I didn't have this kind of knowledge and kind of the strength to transmit energy to the audience. So this I learned, through the work. So in that method, I actually developed two types of method. One for long duration performance artists that they can actually learn, and the other one for everybody else. We have the center in Greece, in Kariak. It's 2.5 hours from the airport in the mountains. It's actually the old Sparta ground. It's isolated, and it's really incredible, beautiful. So everybody can go there. You literally, get to the airport. We pick up you with the bus. We bring you to Kariak. Mostly 12 to 16 people maximum. And then you've been taking your watch, your computer, your telephone, and you've been given just a simple vegetable soup. And next morning, you're not supposed to, for entire week, to talk and to eat for literally 5 days, and to have to do heavy physical, emotional exercises, and just drinking lots of water and tea. This is quite incredible how actually people actually now they want to do them, and how this changed their life. It's unbelievable how addiction is the telephone to us. It's like a second hand. Every time we wake up, the first thing you see telephone. But when you take this away, all these devices, and concentrate on yourself, we have the exercise that you have blindfolded, sitting on the chair in the middle of nature, just listening nature. We have exercising, walking with the mirror backwards and seeing reality as a reflection. We have exercise like just counting rentals rise. It takes hours just to see what time means, what concentration means, what is your decision to do something and really follow. Lots of things to learn. And this is the method. So that method we apply also with Avatar. We have beautiful that I'm very happy with one avatar that we made together is me slow motion walking. Just slow motion walking. That's it. Slow motion walking. Lifting, stretching, touching, moving, lifting, stretching, touching, moving. And when we walk at the same time, we have telephone in our hands, somebody calls us, we have conversation, we are not concentration on one thing at a time. So that kind of concentration is actually the method. And we have wonderful exercises that are especially designed to young generation they can do.
It's actually beautiful what you're saying, because also in Shanghai, where actually the Avatar had its first appearance before we released the drop with TAEX in June, you had this wonderful idea. It came to completely out of the blue, surprised us all. We had to, make the production go faster, because you wanted the Avatar to be part of your iconic Shanghai show, where the upper floor was full of performances that the public had to do. Could you tell us about how that show was set up and how the Avatar came into play there?
So this whole show is really very different than any other show people know of my work. It's called Transforming Energy. It was curated by Shai Batai in Museum of Modern Art in Shanghai. And that was really entirely show was interactive. I never made such a show in my life before. I have to announce that just actually today came the press release that the show is going to be in the Accademia d'Arte, opening 29th of April during the Venice Biennale. So you can see, anybody can see and participate in the show. So the show was to create objects that you interact with them. I create just the doors, like literally door frames, and you have to open this door very, very slowly, but you're not entering or exiting anywhere. You're closing and opening and closing and opening. That door, we ask the public to open and close 3 hours. You think it's crazy, but you know what? Chinese did it. They absolutely did it 3 hours, and it was incredible to see. After 10 or 15 minutes, you're amused, then you're bored, then you're going, she's crazy, I don't want to do this, it's ridiculous. But when you really decide for yourself, I'm doing no matter what, this door become door of opening the consciousness, opening the space, the time, opening universe, be transcended into something else. After this exercise, you're never the same. And this we use avatar in order to actually show the people how to do it. And it's really great use of avatar because in making always the titles of the show and the instructions, you can see actually me as avatar doing it for you.
It's really fascinating because we know each other now for over a year and we interact a lot because of the work we're doing together with TAEX. And I also see the avatar a lot. And I feel like you're similar, yet you're so different. And I actually feel like I'm starting to develop a sort of, indirect relationship with the avatar. Like yesterday, you were not physically present, but this huge avatar was there. And I was looking at the snakes and at the interaction, and it had a really profound effect on me, sort of like meditative state. And I saw also other people like look for it continuously. It has something really hypnotic in a way. And that was for me a very interesting feeling because I could see it's you, but yet it's not you. It's like separate individuals have created and are taking on their own path of performance. And that's really fascinating. And that brings me actually to an interaction that I saw with you and the great curator Hans Ulrich Obrist, which was shown in London last summer, where there was an interview that was recorded with you and Hans Ulrich, and there was a data language model that was trained which was fed your data. And so basically you would ask questions and then the database, the language model would reply and Hans, so it was a conversation between the three of you. How did that feel for you, like to see that there's a response that is crafted in your way of speaking with your vocabulary? And then, so what was your reaction to that?
I was pretty shocked. You know why? Because a computer summarize everything about any subject I ever say, the time, the silence, the presence, the whatever, and they summarize and actually made it such a great answers. I was like shocked. Wow, this artificial intelligence is really intelligent.
And
I
the representation was with a green screen, so they didn't put a visual component to it. But I definitely see an interesting future where the avatar could be merged with that trained data language model, and they could actually merge into the intelligence that adds to the visual, and that will for sure enable very interesting conversations between you and the avatar in the future. So
But Richard,
I'm
like,
definitely.
sorry,
Mhm.
I just like to add something. I spend a lot of time in my work as a teaching. Teaching is extremely important component of my practice. Teaching young, artists, and also giving my absolutely unconditional knowledge to them that unconditionally that they can help them in their own development, and this is really important. So the avatar as a teacher and actually summarize whatever I said in these 60 years of my experience is actually incredible. So this as an avatar as a teacher to me could really have great function in the future, for in my perspective.
That's a very powerful insight. I know you're short on time today, so I will just invite everyone to go actually see the avatars in Hall A, booth 107, where you can see all the wonderful avatars that we've created. And I know that you're now doing one of the biggest projects that you've been preparing in Manchester, which is opening on the 8th of October, if I remember correctly. Could you tell us a little bit about it?
So one reason why I'm not in beautiful Istanbul, but I'm here in this in this green room that you see behind, is that I'm in Manchester literally 2 months, working like a hell. This is literally the biggest project of my life because it's enormous. The Manchester and Park Avenue Armory, the two biggest spaces to show art, in one in Europe and one in America, and I will show and I'm showing premiering this piece in Manchester. Also next year is coming for my 80th birthday, also in Park Avenue Armory in December. So I hope that everybody in one part of continent, another part of continent can see. But this is the really closest to my heart, this project. I only have to be in this age now that I can reflect deeply into my own Slavic roots and Slavic culture, which I did now. Took me a long time to research. In 2008, I made a small film, uh, only the 12 minutes, with the title Balkan Erotic Epic. I start studying the Slavic culture, Balkan, in total, Albania, Bulgaria, Montenegro, Slovenia, all of them, they actually Turkey and also Greece, dealing with the rituals and paganism. We are talking 4th century, 10th century, 11th century, 15th century, where they use the genitals, the phalluses and vaginas, in order to connect to nature, to the gods and questions of the universe. They use in agriculture to grow the cabbage, to have better honey, to the child delivery, with all different ways. So that all of this study I made, and now we are reperforming in this space these rituals, 120 people in total, and with the long duration of performances,
Oh,
with the,
oh
with
no.
the with the actors, musicians, the gypsy band,
No,
unbelievable.
it's a connection problem.
I am,
Marina, we lost you for a second there, but
oh my God, where you heard the last
120 people.
musicians, the performer, the actors, the gypsy band. You mean is I'm known for minimalist. This is all opposite of that. This is Balkan is crazy. This piece is insane, and I'm in the middle of this making it, and I really hope it can be seen. It's 4 hours. Opening is January close on the 8th. We are playing every day from the 9 to the 19th of October, just during this time of freeze in London. And it's one at the kind experience, even for me. So this is why I'm here and not there. And I
Thank you,
hope
Marina.
you have open
I
invitation to come. Yeah.
Yes, we will come, and I encourage everyone to go. Thank you so much for your time today and your fascinating insights, and thank you for everyone for being here today, for tuning in from live, from social media. It was truly impressive to have you, and we hope that you will visit Istanbul maybe next year or another occasion, and we wish you all the best, Marina. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you.
Perfect. Yeah, right.